Happy New Year. Welcome to Hope TV. This is 2011, and we are so excited to still be with you on this program. And I know that we're going to have many exciting shows throughout the year. Today, the set might look a little bit different because I'm missing something. Pastor Herson is not with us, my husband, who is my faithful host, co-host. But Elliot, why isn't he here today?
Because he don't have a voice. He can't speak. Either he can't speak or he's afraid to talk this way.
Yeah,
He done lost his voice.
he's feeling a little bit under the weather, and he sounds a little bit like a frog. I tried kissing him a few times to see if that prince would come out, but yeah, it wasn't quite working. So we decided, the show must go on, and thank God for people like my friend here, Pastor Sarah Janet, who is going to be co-hosting with us today, and we're so excited to have you on the show. Welcome to Hope TV.
Woohoo!
Thank you. Thank you.
Is this your first time on
It is
television?
my first time.
Yes.
Yes.
So first time for everything, and today we're going to be talking about a wonderful word that she actually brought to Calvary Worship Center just yesterday. So it's a fresh, new word, and as we're speaking about the new year, right about now, just about everybody has a New Year's resolution. Question is, at the end of the year, will you still have the same resolution because you haven't been able to fulfill what you've determined yourself to do throughout the year? But what we're going to do is give you some pointers on how to make sure that at the end of the year, you're satisfied with your efforts throughout 2011 and that you might be changed and not keeping the same things that have been holding you back in 2010, being able to get rid of them and start a new year with just hope and a lot of perseverance. And that's what our show is about. We're going to be talking about perseverance, and after a few messages, after a few messages, we'll be right with you. We're not after messages. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Hope TV. It's a new year, brand new topics, brand new reasons to tune in to Hope TV. Elliot, want to tell us a little bit about what you were doing this new year?
I was actually in church with you guys, having a great time.
Together.
We having awesome worship, right into prayer, right into the new year. Awesome. God was doing amazing things. I mean, I think we set the tone that day for a new year, for a different year, for a new change in our lives. I'm expecting a lot. I'm looking forward for this year to be an amazing year, a year of perseverance, a year of prosperity, a year of where families come together. I'm looking really forward to that.
Yeah, we were all together. Pretty much everybody on the crew for Hope TV were together at Calvary Worship Center, and we were speaking on that day about deliverance. We were talking about the things that we do not want to take with us into the new year. And I think it's really important, and it's a season where everybody you talk to is reflecting back on the year and trying to figure out what were the good things that they should keep, what are the bad things that they should get rid of. But I love the angle that Pastor Herson brought, where it wasn't just about being delivered in the sense of just being free from things, but just as the postal service will grab a package and deliver it to you, that we would actually surrender ourselves into the hands of God and just say, you bring us into this new year. Because the truth is that many of us tried to pave our own way into 2010, and we tried to bring ourselves in there, and we found that a lot of the things and decisions that we made on our own were not quite exactly what we needed, or we didn't get the results that we expected. So this year, we're just going to trust the Lord even further, even more than we did last year. We're going to say, can you please just grab us and deliver us into this new year? Taking our resolutions and everything that we're hoping and just putting it at his feet and say, here it is. We have to do our part. We can't just sit back and wait for God to do everything for us, but waiting for his word, waiting for him to give us the next step that we might be able to walk into. What about you, Sarah?
Well, you know how every year you come up with a resolution, and every year you come up with a plan, but then in the middle of the year you end up not sticking to it. So this year I decided that I was not going to make my resolution about anything specific, but to keep up with my plan. So last year I started very strong, and I was so ready to go. But by June, July, it was gone. I had no strength. I had no more strength to keep on going. So this year, my resolution is just to persist.
Yeah, and you know that's great because that applies to pretty much every single one of the things that you want to accomplish. Without perseverance, you won't be able to accomplish any of these things. And you're not too far from the statistics. Actually, there are some statistics out there, and my husband will probably correct me later because he has the statistics. But they go something like this. Don't quote me on the numbers, but they're kind of like this. 100%, pretty much 100% of people make resolutions at the beginning of the year. You know, and already by the first month, you have a couple of people that drop off the class. You know, we have maybe about still a strong maybe 95%, 71%, you know, 71%
2 months.
in 2 months. But I'm talking about 1 month, maybe 95 in 1 month. In 2 weeks, we have 71% of people. So that means there's a 29% that just fell off the wagon. And then after you have that, then comes the next month, which is in, help me out here, in about 6 months, right? We find that maybe we have about 45% of people that are still sticking by it. And, you know, towards the end of it all, the point is there's not that many people that fulfill their resolutions. But
That's
this one
awesome.
thing I do remember, clearly, that the amount of people that actually fulfill their goals, that stuck by them, the percentage in those that were so committed really outweighs even, you know, the percentage of all those people because the commitment, the percentage of commitment, and you can't have commitment if you do not have perseverance. And today, that's why, you know, you can have from weight loss to weight gain. Believe it or not, there's actually people out there that want to gain some weight. I don't know who they are, but yeah, there are people out there that want to gain some weight. You know, it could be anything. It could be simple things like women that want to learn how to cook. There was a time that I didn't know how to cook, and it didn't make for a very happy marriage.
Did you learn?
But you just have to look at my husband and tell me if I learned how to cook. Honey, did I learn how to cook? Did I learn?
Yes.
Tell him, Papi. I know how to cook. I keep my man happy with his yellow rice and corn and pollo guisado. I have to still master, which
That's
is his
it.
favorite dish. But my son, there's nothing better than,
That's it.
speaking of that, today, when my son came into the house right after school, they come starving. My son goes to school really early. He has lunch really early. So by the time he walks in the house, he's starving. And when he saw his favorite food being cooked, oh, the look in his eyes. It just, if you don't know how to cook, you need to learn how to cook just for that look. Because my son, he was so happy to just receive what his favorite dish is. And but just like that, there's people that have many goals ahead of them, and some look really far, like you're really stretching out, and some look like, you know what, I could really do this. Within the next month or so, I should be able to complete this. Whatever it is, you need perseverance. And we're going to speak a little bit about this in more detail in just a few moments. Pastor Valerie Gonzalez from Daughters with Destiny and Hope TV. And I want to invite you to a special breakfast that we're hosting for women of all ages at Calvary Worship Center, 120 Prospect Street. This January the 15th, it's a free breakfast, so make sure you come on down. Bring your mom, bring your daughter, bring your grandma, whoever you have, just bring them right over. We're going to have a time of worship, and we're going to have a time of fellowship and a powerful word of God, and I know it's going to be a great day for all of us. So Come and join us as we discuss our theme of Happy to Be Me.